There we go. Welcome back to Lawnmower Simulator. As you can tell, I hired an employee, and I actually got another car. See, yeah, here we go. This one. And I just actually finished that one. So I'm gonna assign it to her with this, that one again. See how long it takes her and how much money I get out of it. So, let's see. And I need to fix my own car. $9, jeez please. $9, jeez please. I mean, it's cheap in retrospect, but jeez, this is expensive. And I kind of want to upgrade to this guy. I believe it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna sell that one and upgrade to that one when I have enough money. So yeah, let's see. Do we have a new location that I can show you guys? No, it doesn't look like it. That's 790. That's pretty easy. Let's do that one. Hi, how's it going? Just playing this to relax. It's not gonna be super entertaining. So just warning you. Just doing this to, oh, hello. Invisible object, apparently. Just warning you that it is, what is that, a crowbar? No. It's a dog. What is that called? When you are lazy and don't actually use your arm. Dog arm? I don't know. It's one of those little plastic ball holders. Whatever. But, ooh. What is that? Is that a Barbie? Sure. We'll call it a Barbie. Gotta do this. Another dog. We're just gonna call it Dog Tosser. Looks like some sort of Lego. But you gotta do these checks, so this is not the most boring part. Another Lego looking thing. But it is the hardest part for me, because I don't have the greatest eyesight, even though I got new glasses. And as you can tell right now, I am doing a double check of everything, because I went through it all already, as you saw. And I'm not completed with whatever is on the ground. See? I went that way, and I didn't see that one before. Ugh. Oh well. But that's my van with my logo. It's a nice flower. But yeah, this is the new vehicle. I have to dump it, which, oh, there they are. So those bags right there are the bags that I had to dump this type of what is it called? Gosh dang it, lawnmower out, because it bags the grass. 6 and 5. 5. It does take quite a bit to. That's still pretty loud. This could take quite a bit to fill up, so fine with that. Sure. New mower. Let's turn that down to. Let's turn that down to. Turn that down to. Much better. Now we sound like an electric car. Yeah. The one side effect is the blades are right in the middle. So I probably, yep, I missed some there. So it's actually not in the front where I would prefer it to be, the blades. So you have to go a little further than you want. Also, this is not the one I actually wanted to buy for my second one, but it was the one that I can afford for my second one. So the plan is to sell and get a way better one. Well, not way better. I can't afford way better, but I can afford better eventually. I think it was 3,000. So basically the same, just you don't have to bag, which is nice. And it has 15 liters in its gas tank, which is awesome. This one has, what was it, 6 liters? And the one that we started off with, the Knight, the Black Knight, had 5. So this one is quote-unquote better than the Knight, but it is a little harder to handle because the blades are in the middle, so I miss a lot more stuff. But it is faster, so I can go, I would say, maybe 1 dial higher than the Knight. So this one is, I believe, top speed is 5.5, and the Knight was 4.4. So the top speed is 1.1 above, but in mowing practice you can, like this stuff, it looks like I can go about 3 and be perfectly fine. But with the Knight, I believe it was 2. So yeah, you can go, the better the engine is, the faster you can actually do these little missions. So that's nice. And I did realize, I found out that it does not super matter if you run out of gas, which is nice. You just have to hop off the mower, which you turn off the blades, obviously. Then you have to hold B to get off of the mower. So it's not too terrible to get off the mower. Then you can repair almost everything. You can repair the, what was it? You can repair the vehicle, blades, and refuel the tank, but you cannot repair the engine until you're done. Which was not great with that $1,000 one, the Orchard, because my engine on this one got pretty beat up. Or on that one, I don't know. On this mower that I'm on currently, on that map, got beat up. So all that turning and hitting the trees kind of messed up my mower. But this one's a little bit more open, so it shouldn't be too bad, but I still kind of bump into stuff because, again, the blades are at the middle, not the front. That's just something that we gotta get used to. So yeah, like right there, I was going 4.2. That would have been almost the max speed for the Knight, so it would not have gone 4.2 right there. I mean, it might have, but it would have gotten into the red, which you don't want to go into the red. overheats your engine, allegedly. I don't really know. The only really thing that's stopping you from overheating your engine is that it gets expensive to repair your engine. The cost of repairing my engine last time was, I think it was $9, which you're probably thinking that's not that much. No, it's not that much, which I'm glad about, but I caught it early is the thing. If you don't repair everything after every single job, then it will get expensive. And that was $9 for, I think, maybe 10-15% damage. So it still had 90% left on it, so I could still keep going. And that was, yeah, that was my engine. But you kind of need an engine. And I would assume that if it's completely broken, that it would cost even more, since you would just need a new one instead of being able to repair it, but that might be too realistic for a simulation game. I'm just babbling on now, aren't I? At least it's better than last time I played this, where it was pretty quiet. But it is kind of the point of this. I just want to relax and give you guys time to relax, listen to the nice birds chirping in the background and the hum of my diesel engine. Vroom vroom. I plan to die, and then what else? Oh, I had my second day of classes today, so that was fun. That's why I'm streaming now, because I might not have time normally, and so I might have to do breaks randomly, and I won't know when, and unfortunately I won't be able to tell you when. So just be aware that if I'm not doing anything, it's most likely because I'm getting busy at school. And I want to focus on school. And I do require some form of break. So, like, for example, if I'm going too slow. Why am I so slow? If I have homework, let's say till 5, which is usually my dinner time. You don't know my dinner time, go you. But, say till my dinner time, but I'm done by dinner time, like right at dinner time. I will most likely not stream then, because I will be exhausted. And the move, I don't know if I've told you guys or not, but I am going to be moving to a new place, so that also might impede, I'll go with impede our video schedule, which I don't know if I want to change or not yet. I might change it to just, I don't know what's going on. During the week it might happen at these times, might not, I don't know. If that's something you guys want me to do or not, I could do it. Because I'd rather you guys know what may happen and just be prepared that it might not happen. More likely, I would say, is that it will happen than it won't happen, kind of a thing. Meaning that I'm more likely to get on, play an hour of just this relaxing, semi-relaxing for me, but this mind-numbing game and just continuing my business with you guys than to not play. That makes sense. I'm only saying that I might not, just in case I have a whole ton of homework. Like, I know next week might be pretty busy, but it's, from my knowledge, it should only be busy during the night, which for school I'm going to transition to more daytime gaming. Meaning, as soon as my classes are done, or soon after my classes are done, I'm gonna get on and be playing. I will probably give myself like an hour leeway for my classes, for the schedule for gaming, just to let you know. So, for example, let me think of a class real quick. My astronomy class, that one goes till, what is it, 11:30? Yeah, roughly. So I will probably put that one for 1 p.m. till 2 p.m. Well, actually, no, I would probably put it till 5 p.m. because that's the latest I will want to play, is 5. And then that would be most likely Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know why I'm saying this one, I'm just probably gonna put it up anyways. Whatever, it's fine. And then, let's see, for Tuesdays, it should be, well, now, obviously, but my class starts at 8, and I think it ended at 9:30, I'm not positive, so that one would probably be 11 to 5, I most likely will play as soon as I get home. Because after my philosophy class, I will kind of want some brain-numbing stuff. Then Thursdays, I have philosophy again, but I also have another science, which is environmental science, I believe it's called. And that one, I think, goes 9:15 till, what is it? 10 something, I believe. No, it goes till 11, but then the lab for that one is right afterwards at about 12. So that one, I'm not positive as of yet. So I might not change the Thursday schedule yet. But I know Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday will be pretty constant. The only thing that will most likely interrupt those schedules is just homework. And the good thing about what I know of philosophy is that after a test, there shouldn't be any homework. So I should be good to go if there's a test week. But also if there is a test week, I will most likely not stream. But yeah, I'll probably set up a new schedule either today or tomorrow. And just be wary that I'll most likely say it again, but just keep your eye out in case of me not showing up. I will most likely remember to tell you guys that, hey, I got a test coming up, might not stream, or just, but if it's homework, I'll just be late. That one I won't be able to plan. So, I don't know, the schedule's just a guide for you, I guess, more than me. I don't know. I only set it up once during the summer, being like, this is the times I think I'm gonna do it, and I kinda did it then. It was more of just a guideline. Because actually over the summer I streamed anytime after 7 till 11. Wasn't guaranteed that's what's going to happen. Which probably angered some, but that's okay. But yeah, that's my scheduling is, it's not a guaranteed it's going now to then. Like my streams during school will most likely only be an hour, but I'm gonna put the schedule for however long to make a guide of it could run to, or it could happen then to then sort of a thing. So again, it would be like 10 to 5. Could happen anytime between 10 and 5. That's the main thing. So basically, in summary, I'd appreciate it if you just checked in once a day. If not, that's all good. I know we are all busy bees, so no need to screw up your schedule for me. But if you have time, I would greatly appreciate it. If you watched anything, to be honest. Ooh. Yeah. So I did notice that this mower is not the easiest to turn. Maybe it is because that blade's on the mid skis, but as right now I'm gonna go here, a little back up, like a terrible U-looking thing. Same thing here, just so I can make it a little easier to kind of cut this out. And the better mowers that we have just get bigger. So now that you're seeing me like bump into stuff and have to back up a lot with this one, when this one's one of the smaller ones. Think of when I had to get the big old ones. It's gonna be interesting. And it's kind of weird, but there's a simplicity rank, which I think is supposed to be a difficulty rank, where it's saying how hard it is to mow that grass or to do that pattern kind of a aspect. This one, what was it again? Let's see. This one's hard. That's mainly because of all the stuff, like the @ sign, the pool, and the bench. That's why it's 3. I actually like this one the most because it has big, flat area. Besides the trees, I don't like the trees. But yeah, this one's relatively easy. The simpler, air quotes, ones that we saw, like the, which one was it? It was one of the houses. It has a gazebo in the middle, and I think, was it 2 ways or just 1 way? Either way, it has like a gazebo, say roughly right here by the pond, and it's cut it in directly in half, that whole gazebo, because there's walkways going both ways. And so you would have to cut that grass on that side towards the trees that I'm looking towards in my van, which is also kind of cut in half by trees and stuff. I think there's maybe 2 trees. And then this side, I'm looking at now by the bushes, is the same thing, but you would have to turn off your mower for the middle so it doesn't screw up the blades. Your blades will degrade anyways from the grass, but as you see, mine is degrading, but mine's actually accelerated degrading because I'm mowing over this like gravel kind of substance. It's not great for your blade. And I also hit things, this thing is big. But yeah. Your vehicle, if you don't hit stuff, should not degrade. Your engine, if you don't overheat, should not degrade. But your blades will degrade, no matter what. Since you are cutting pretty thick grass, usually. As long as you take it relatively slow, like the white bar that you're seeing, I try my best to keep it halfway or below. It's like, yeah, you see that? And I tried my best to, try your best to not go above that red line, or the red arrow, or else it does overheat and messes up your engine, which I assume gets pretty costly. But then again, I do not know for sure. And I assume there's some sort of story to why this guy's house has a giant pound sign, an @ sign, and what's the... Oh, that's the pound. That's the double A, and that's the pound. I don't know. I assume he's a tech guy, I don't really know. He founded Apple or something. But his house is pretty nice. you get a mow for some pretty nice houses. Is it the Orchardge? No, it wasn't the Orchardge. Just was it? I don't remember. But there's a house where there's like a Lamborghini looking car. There's some nice cars, is what I'm saying too. There's, I think it's actually the one of the gazeboed houses with 2 actual pillars that you have to mow as well. That house has an old, what's the car called? The one with the 3 spikes? Jeez, like the... now I can't think of a weapon's name. Gosh dang it. Trident? There I go. Has a trident in the middle. I don't know, that car. It's European, so I can't think of it. But it's an old one of those. It's blue. Kind of looks like a Cobra. Or not a Cobra, gosh dang it, my brain is not working today. A Shelby, that's the word. Shelby car. And it's a James Bond car. It's one of those cars. Reason why I did the middle section is because I can avoid it now and don't have to do it later. I don't know, maybe I'll play that one so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So I don't seem crazy, but it's fine if I seem crazy. That's my stick. And yes, I said stick. I meant what I said and I sent what I meant. Sent, yes. I really am annoyed that I have to go backwards. Let's see. That one looks kind of like a McLaren. That nice white car. But yeah, we have officially run out of topics now. I did notice that this was a while ago actually, that this mower has a shifter on the left. What are those called? Tire protectors? I don't exactly know. But it's you don't switch it ever. So you're not actually changing your predator or drive reverse predator. I know that's neutral, but who cares about neutral? It doesn't do anything for you. Predator all the way. Alright, yeah, I don't really have an interesting life, I'm sorry. I did say that I can't see any progress, so I won't know exactly how close we are. Should have probably changed that this time. Oh well. Oh, you guys might actually see me dump. Nice. I'm actually gonna go do that. I'd rather do it early than later. Let's make sure that we're all the way across though. Don't want to leave a shoddy job. Okay, let's see. I like my colors, by the way. It's black and pink. Works well. I did that just for the fun of it. Alrighty. Oh, I should turn that off. Derp. Alright. Okay. And that's it. You just back up to the bags. Hit A and then you're... Oh, good. super fun stuff. Ah, my glasses. Alright. And there's different views as you saw there. I like mowing in this view. It's a little easier to see. You start out, what view is it? This view. Yeah, right here. You start out here. I mean, it's okay. I can do it. It's just not easy. I prefer this view. I really wish I knew what to talk about, though. As well. All well owns well. Don't remember. No, I was talking about that the last time. So I don't need to talk about it this time. But I can, just for the fun of it. Why am I going so slow, by the way? I'm used to the other mower still, so this mower being able to drive faster is kind of messing with my brain. Still gotta get used to it, I guess. Yeah, 3.4 point. Yeah, this is definitely going faster than the night would be going. Interesting. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah. I was thinking of last time that I could just play some music, since it is pretty gosh dang boring. Just to sit here listening to the brrrr, and occasionally a little Tweety bird. Thank you, on cue. Appreciate it. But I mean, and since I don't get anything from YouTube anyways, I don't have enough viewers or enough time. I don't really know. What was it? I think I need 50? Was that on Twitch? I don't know. I sometimes mix the two. They're basically the same aspect for me. But it's either on Twitch or on YouTube. I need a certain number of videos and hours, and a certain number of followers slash subscribers slash watchers, actually, because I check that for some odd reason, to get any sort of monetary value from doing this. But I'm not doing this for the monetary value. I'm doing this because it is fun for me. It's a cool little experiment, and I enjoy it. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy playing games for you guys. That's why I actually really want to play games that you guys like and want to see, because I enjoy doing it, and I want you guys to enjoy it too, so yeah. Alright, just made you dizzy there, sorry about that. What was that one game that had super fast controls? Evil Inside. We just finished that too yesterday. Was that yesterday? Was that over the weekend? I don't know. 2 days ago. We're gonna assume it's over the weekend. Right? That's the weekend? Over the weekend. Pretty sure I finished it. I know I finished it. Just don't remember when. It was okay. I'm only saying okay because I don't like that kind of horror. That's me. It was a very suspenseful and jump scare kind of horror. I do not like jump scares whatsoever. I'm okay with suspense because I can kind of deal with that. It's not terrible. jump scares, I just can't. It's just, and then the baby in that one was a little creepy. Unfortunately, you don't get to actually see my initial reaction to the baby, because I tried to record it, and Twitch was like, nah, you have too many videos, or too long of videos, I don't really know. Sometimes it just doesn't keep the recording. Which then after I deleted everything that was old, and about to delete anyways, which you can still find on YouTube, by the way. Ooh. Then it worked. But I knew it was gonna happen. I knew the baby face was gonna show up. Still freaked me out, but I knew I was gonna do it. And I knew the baby sounds was gonna happen, and I knew it was gonna be a little creepy, and I knew that the door was gonna shut on me. So I just stood right next to the baby, which I still think shouldn't be a baby, but you know, whatever. And waited until the door opened. And I also knew that the body would show up and would go away. You know, all that would happen. But then after that, I was blind to again. So everything else was pretty good. But yeah, that game was good, mainly because the art, I really liked the aesthetic of the game. It looked really good to me. I really liked it. The aesthetic, again. I didn't like the actual horror aspect, but I think you guys like, or at least I hope you guys like the horror, because I've seen a few people watch the Resident Evil stuff, and I really like the Resident Evil stuff. I've been liking the Resident Evil stuff, so I tried to find more games like it, and I found that one. It looked good. I'm glad I got it, but oh my gosh, not like Resident Evil. You don't get a weapon to defend yourself, but there's no real threat, so it's not a huge deal to me. As long as it's not a real threat, I don't need a weapon to protect myself. So, I think that's it that I have to talk about. I said that earlier, didn't I? Yeah, well. And I come up with random conversations sometimes, so. Speaking of which, speaking of random conversations, I don't know if anyone would be interested. I kinda hope so, because then it would be beneficial to me. But if you guys have heard, I know I'm making real emphasis because I kind of hope you want this. If you've heard of a game called Star Wars Legion, and you know me, I love me some Star Wars, obviously. I mean, not so obvious now because I have more Resident Evil stuff up, but I played Battlefront for a long time. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. If you guys are interested, one, I can kind of show you guys what all I have. I have the game, so that's already done and delicious. Delicious? Tasted? I don't know. Anyways, that's already done and dealt with, so I've already done that. But if you guys are interested in that game, let me know, and I can kind of make a video with my phone. I'll be back in the olden days where I used to record with my phone. It's not gonna be the greatest. I'll probably, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I would explain each character to the best of my remembrance, because I don't remember exactly which character is in which set. For the most part, I do remember some of them. Like, the droids kind of are hard to remember for me, since the B1 battle droids and the B1 upgraded battle droids look the same to me. So I won't remember that, but I know that I have both of those. I have a set of B1 droids and a set of B1 upgraded droids. So I'll say what all I have for the CIS, what all I have for the Empire, what all I have for the Rebellion, what all I have for the Republic, and I also created a faction just out of the Rebellion. I created the Mandalorian faction, which in Star Wars Legion, they only have one Mandalorian family, and it's Clan Ren. So I have them. So I could technically say Clan Ren, but whatever, that's okay. And I do actually plan on, or I hope, I can have more once I actually have funds again. Because I really like painting them, and it's I would say it's a pretty fun hobby. I'm not doing it to impress anyone, or I'm just doing it for fun, kind of like this. It's another Star Wars thing that I am really into, and if I can actually find people that are interested in it to play with, or just to kind of listen to me rant about it and point out all the flaws and stuff about them that I've found, that would be awesome to me. That would make them even more worth it to me. Because right now, most of the sets that I have are, I would say, worth to me if I had to put a dollar amount to them. I'd say a fair bit of them are worth about $20, $40, which the bigger sets, which like the tanks, are worth more than that, but I'm saying like the figurine, like the actual troopers, worth that, which they are about that price besides the specialty troopers, which would be like, for the Emperor, that would be the Inferno Squad and the Death Troopers. Death Troopers, thankfully, are pretty cheap. They're $25, which not that cheap for tiny little figurines, but you know what I mean. Cheap for me, who paid $16 for Battlefront 2 back in the day, because they're crazy about Battlefront 2. That's not the EA version, that was the old version that we have a whole lot of videos on. That version. That was before it was available digital purchase, which now it's $10. I highly recommend you guys get that, by the way. It's a good game. But yes, let me know if you are interested in more Star Wars stuff, even if it's just that game Star Wars Legion, I would appreciate it. I would actually appreciate any feedback, any comments. Any sign, basically, that you watched my video. You don't actually really have to watch it. You don't have to do anything. I know that I'm very different from normal YouTube and Twitch people. I'm not gonna push you to subscribe. I'm not gonna push you to like. I'm not gonna push you to comment. I mean, that's sometimes a lie. I do want that from you guys. I want comments so I can actually know if I'm doing stuff right and if I'm doing stuff correctly, or if there's something that you guys want to see. But I'm not gonna I physically can't force you, but I will just say it in that moment and then I will leave it. But I definitely will not push for likes. I will not push for subscribes. I won't. What is it for Twitch? Follows? I don't know. I just say subscribes because I'm lazy. Or those, what is it called? Donations? But I think I can't even get donations on Twitch anyways. But don't do that. I'm very serious. Even though that'd be super cool and super awesome, I highly recommend, one, if you want to support me somehow, just be like, hey, this guy's cool, I'm gonna watch him. Thank you. That's all the support I need. And if you're like, I need to give this guy money, one, why? But two, just put that in a savings account, or better yet, actually no, not better yet, I don't know, depends on your viewpoint, savings account, stock market, or just donate it. To whoever you want. An actual organization that helps the world. Be it Humane Society, World Wildlife Fund, who else? Jude. I believe Jude does some good stuff. Right? That's the hospital that helps with cancer? Right? I think so. What's that one with the dogs and cats? What's that place called? Is that Humane Society? No. I don't know. Your local food bank, that's always a good one. And even if you like donate them food, it's better if you donate them cash. Well, it doesn't have to be cash, but you know what I mean. So say you buy, I know this is going to be a stupid example because it's not this price, but say you buy a can of tomato soup. That's $1. One, that's a good donation to give, but they can actually use $1 more than they can use that can of food. They can allocate that dollar to something that they need at that moment, other than being forced, or not really forced, but pushed, sure, pushed to provide that can to somebody else, and that can might also get damaged in the transportation. Either way, if they transport the food or if you're transporting the food and it gets dented, Usually for food safety, you do not want to provide anything in a can that is dented. I don't know why I said this stuff, but basically, if you want to support me, just watch. That's all I require. And yeah, have fun. Hopefully I get a smile out of you. And that's my desire for the day. Today was a weird conversational day, though, apparently. I had a lot on my mind. Good for you. Probably good for my mental health, too, but still, it's a little weird. Guess grass gets it out of me. Sure. The soothing noises of the purr of the mower makes me want to talk about this kind of stuff, I guess. The purr of the mower. Yes, that's how people describe mowers. They purr. Purr. I can't purr, so I can meow. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I can. You know, now I'm kind of tempted to just do videos of Star Wars Legion junk. I know there's already tutorial videos, so I'm not going to do a tutorial video. Especially since I don't know how to play legitimately. By that I mean, I made the game simpler for those who do not want to research it. I researched it, I looked up all the rules, kind of what's going on, and I made it way simpler. So for Star Wars Legion, like a lot of other games, I say it's kind of more like Warhammer 40k, if you know anything about that, but apparently it's also kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. I haven't played it either, to be fully honest. Sorry, I'm kind of hiccuping. But it has multiple custom dice that you quote unquote need to play the game legitimately, or play the game by its rules. So the dice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think about 8. It's a diamond. I think it's 8. Which, for one, it's hard for me to read. So I made it easier for myself, too. But anyways, the dice have, say, how many is it? 3 or 4 different emblems on them. I think it's about 4. Maybe it's actually a 4 die. Might be a 4 die. Because I know there's 3 different symbols. And there's 3 different die, too. It's real fun, ain't it? But there's a red die, which is mainly an attack die, but it varies based on the trooper. You're seeing why it's confusing and why I made it simpler. So the red die, if I'm remembering, if I'm thinking correctly, it has, I believe, a sword, I think, or is it, yeah, a sword, like a blow up sign, which is just a round with spikies ran it, you know, the explosion sign. And then it has the same sign, the explosion, with a line through it, and then it has a blank. So if I'm thinking it correctly, the sword is like a normal attack. So if you land that, and defense, which I'll get to in a bit, doesn't roll a attack neutralizer or like a defense roll, then you do normal damage. Well, I think you only do normal damage, but you do normal damage. But if you roll the explosion, that's a critical hit. So even if the defense rolls a defend roll, that was a roundabout way to say that, then you get a hit. The only way to nullify a crit is to get a nullify crit roll, which I think is just called a nullify roll, I believe. I haven't looked at the rolls in a while. And then the blank and the explosion with a line are basically the same thing. Now the blank one, if you roll that, it's a miss. You miss your target, so there's no need to defend against that one. That's what I've gotten from it. But the explosion with the cross, I believe, is just like a normal attack, just no crit. So I think that one is like half damage, if I'm right. But again, I've not looked at the rules in a while. But black die, which is also sometimes an attack die, but mainly a defense die, that's the one where you can nullify attacks, criticals, or miss. And I think there's another one. So there would be like a shield. I haven't really looked closely to the black die, I just remember the red and white die. I kind of remember the white die. Because the red and white are the same thing, the black die is the only one that's different. But there's, I would assume that there's some sort of shield or some sort of protection emblem that'd be like a default nullifier of the attacks, the normal attacks. So it'd be, say, 9mm versus Kevlar. That might be a terrible example. Depending on if you know weapons or not. I don't know, like a overarching example that everyone will get. Oh, here we go. Helmets, any type of helmet, versus a ball. Just any type of ball. So that would be like a baseball helmet, football helmet, so on and so forth. If you get hit in the head with a baseball and you're wearing a helmet, you're fine. So think of it like that. And then I know there's like a nullifying roll, so that just makes it so the crits don't hurt you, but you do get suppressed, which is another thing. There's a mental aspect to the game, which means that if you're getting shot at and they're missing you, but you're still getting shot at, you have fear, or you become frightened. which I believe has a lasting effect. You can't get rid of that fear unless you have a hero or an officer who can get rid of that fear for those troops. I just took that out of the game because that does not make sense. I'm not trying to play a realistic wartime strategy game with my Star Wars. And it didn't really make sense because based on rules, it doesn't actually hurt them. It just makes it so that if they are exceeding their limit of fear, like their courageousness, so say a rebel trooper, just for example, has a tolerance of 2 points of fear. So that's pretty low for a trooper, but still pretty good. That means that they can get shot at once without having a big deal. They get suppressed, but they're fine. They can still fight back and all that fun stuff. But if they get fired at again, get suppressed again, that means they cannot do another turn until they lose that suppression. And also depending on the hero or officer that's around them, will get rid of a certain amount of suppression. Yeah, I know, it's super fun. What else? Oh, we're done with cutting. Yay! Suppression. Oh, there's cover, which mainly is why I talk about suppression. Because you can have cover, and if your troop is covered by cover, which is basically as long as they're not at eye distance from the troop. So say if I'm looking straight ahead and I see a block of cement and there's a troop behind that block of cement, but through the eyes of the trooper, I want to be able to see the other enemy, the enemy. So I want to be able to hit that guy. So obviously I couldn't shoot at that guy. But if I saw his friends, like, peeking out of that cover, I could shoot at his friends and have a kind of a suppressing fire in that area, which would suppress the guy behind the cover, but it would not hurt the guy behind cover. It's very confusing. She did pretty good. 39. It's pretty good. Pretty good. 91 penalties. Vehicles purchased 2,000. Oh yeah, that's my weekly report. But I got 2,000 bucks. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How much does this cost again? For this. A lot. That's what. I assume that I can probably buy this and sell this, because I will only need one more. I don't know. Once I get enough, I guess. Ooh, 6. Dang, girl. Unlimited. Ooh. That's a big price tag. No, thank you. But yes, please. Yeah. Where are you? Lease. Like likes the small and fresh tarmac. They can dodge bullets. Do you want to test that? Thinks mushrooms should be banned. It's part of a royal family. Sure. Whatever. I'll just have all girls. Why not? This vehicle is equipped with a side discharge type deck. That means as you cut with grass clippings are discharged from the side chute. When cutting with these types of deck, always keep in mind the direction you to avoid dropping grass piles on paths and flower beds. Oh. We're going to be destroying a lot more flowers, aren't we? Because everything beyond this point, I believe, is a side discharge. Which side, though? Oh, that side, so that'd be right side. Okay, that's not too difficult to remember. But this is a side discharge. Right side. Okay, good. I hope it's all right side. Side discharge. Right side. That's good. Rear discharge. Okay, so that's fine. That's not a big deal. As I'm unsure. Okay, that's good. That's another side discharge. You see how big they're getting, by the way? Right side. This is a side discharge. Okay, right side. This is the other night. Either I'm just gonna buy it, or I'm gonna skip it because it's not great. Total rear discharge. Okay, that's good. Collector. That's gonna suck. And rear discharge. Cool. I forget what the best one was. 45, 47, 54. This guy. 54 fuel. I'm just looking at fuel, to be honest. The more fuel you get, the longer you can mow. And also, it goes pretty fast. 12 miles per hour. It's pretty nice. And zero turn is apparently it's just smoother when it turns. But yes. And then what else was I gonna do? I forget. Oh yeah, we need to repair the things. That would be helpful, right? If we actually repair this stuff. Fuel. So you can kind of guess as how much it would cost for the fuel. So that's about, I can't do math, but 89 cents for using, so 86 left for the blades is $6. So she used about 13? Yeah, 13% of the blades is $6. 19? No, 16. Right? 6 plus 3 is 9. Plus 1. I can't do math, but, 86 left. $9 for the engine. See what I mean? It's quite expensive. 95 is even pretty expensive. So that's 15. That's 10. 10% is $2. It's expensive, man. Vehicle 88. That's even more expensive. The whole vehicle is more expensive than the engine. Well, that makes sense, obviously. But yeah, I didn't tell you which one I want next. This is the one I want next. 15 instead of 6. Mwah. Delish. But 6.1, that's gonna be nice. The only thing I think we gotta keep in mind on is the side discharge. And that is $3,000. I think I'm 2000 something. I don't remember. But that's gonna be a butt. Oh, I can test drive it though. Let's try it. Sure. But this is the one that I'm looking to get next. This guy. Come on. Gotta hold it for pretty long to... Let's just go 5 centimeters. Pretty fast, 6 miles per hour. It's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. It's nice. And I have to keep in mind that the discharge is to the right. I'm gonna hit it constantly on stuff. Ooh! Apparently that bush is solid. Who would have ever known that bushes are solid? Ooh. I can basically go full power on this thing. Full tilt. I really like my outfits. The pink with the black, the lime green flower. It's funny to me. And just see my van. Which I'm not particularly sure why we have a van when we have no other equipment other than just a mower. We could just have like a sedan with the ability to tow. That's all we would need. It's just the ability to tow. So there's no real need for what appears to be like a Ram or a Mercedes van. I'd have to look at it a little closer, but looks closer to a Ram van than it does a Mercedes, because Mercedes vans are a little nicer. Which, by the way, I do not condone. But if you ever plan to, you know, get some more funds, not in the most legal ways, do not drive a Mercedes van. It's easier to track since those are less common. I would recommend, again, not condoning, but I would recommend that you drive one of the older white vans that's a Chevy or GMC. You know, the ones that are usually utility kind of small business kind of vans. Like the one that I have, which now I can see is more like a Ram. But my van would be easier to spot than a Chevy or GMC older van, since that's a newer body and less active in the actual grounds and maintenance world. Sure, that's the word I'm looking for. It would be easier to know that, hey, they're in this newer, nicer van instead of the old kind of run-of-the-mill service industry. I don't know if it's service industry. Labor? Yeah, labor industry van. That's probably not as nice or as fast, but you blend in more, and that's what you want. You want to blend. But again, not condoning. Ooh, that's a nice steering wheel. Okay, so yeah, it's just spitting out above my chute. It might be just a little detail that I'm noticing, but that's weird. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's actually putting it on to the asphalt. That's pretty nice. I like that. I like that a lot. And it's probably gonna keep the shreddings. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm liking that a little bit too much. That's cool. Alright, we don't need to try this anymore. So that's the next one that that I want to get. I will probably sell this once we have enough money, because I can't even buy it, to my knowledge. Yeah, I can't do anything with it. But it did say I could... Yeah, I could sell it, and then I can buy the new one. But I want to make sure that I have enough before I sell it. Then I'm going to sell it, get the new one. Kind of a thing. So, and apparently I need to fix it. I always forget of it. Ooh, dang. $5 for almost a full tank of gas. That's pretty cheap. Cheaper than I thought. 94, not too bad. 93, not too bad. 12, god dang. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. I don't know if I should really count these as episodes, since I'm just relaxing and talking. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to ponder on that. Oh well. Anyways, thanks for listening to me rant for today. Appreciate it, and have a great day.